what I got.
And welcome to Jackie Jones Field. You're just in time for the first pitch of the ball game. 3 minutes early from Lane Adams to Hunter Foster. Hit high to the air into right center field. And in comes Dalton McBride, and he makes a catch. 1 down. So Foster, the center fielder, jumping on the first pitch from Lane Adams, who enters the game with a 3-3 record, a 3.47 earned run average. He's worked 30 in the third innings, allowed 41 hits, and 15 earned runs. He has struck out 32 and walked 14, and the next batter is the second baseman, a right-handed hitter, Chandler Davenport. He starts him off with a curveball, and it's hit up high to the air. D.R. Meadows, the shortstop, into the outfield grass and left field, catches it. 2 up, 2 down. It's kind of weird to open up a game against a pitcher you haven't seen and not even look at one pitch, because the Bulldogs and the Yellow Jackets haven't played in years. 2-1 pitch from Lane. Swinging a liner into left field for a base hit, bouncing into the gap, and it's going to make it all the way to the fence. And Graham is to second base with a 2-out double. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Lane gets 2 outs on first pitch. Little fly balls to right and left, gives up a 2-out double to Graham. Walks Hogan White, maybe intentionally. And then gets a strikeout to leave runners on first and second. We played 1/2 an inning. No score between the Dogs and the Yellow Jackets on Y101. We say DR hitting .333, 474 on base percentage, 16 base hits on the season as he looks at a pitch in the zone. Home run, 2 doubles, 9 runs batted in, 16 runs scored, 10 walks, 5 strikeouts. And the 1-1 pitch is a curveball, and he swings and hits it into left center field, and it's in for a base hit. Bulldogs as a team entered the game hitting .245 with 19 doubles, a triple, and 2 homers. 76 walks, 84 strikeouts, and that brings up Martin Stevens. 2-1 pitch. Line over the head of the shortstop, into the gap in left center field. D.R. Meadows racing to third base as the ball is cut off, and Martin Stevens is held to a long single. Good dive out there, I guess, by Foster, the center fielder, to keep that ball from bouncing all the way to the fence. So first and third for the Dogs in the opening frame with nobody out. 2-0 pitch. Swings and hits it right side. The second baseman, Davenport, dives, but it's into right field. Meadows scores, and Stevens stops at third on the base hit by Lane Adams as he drives in his 10th run of the season and puts the Bulldogs up 1-0 on Jeff Davis in the bottom of the first inning to 6. 2-1 is hit right side of the first baseman. Ogilvy steps on the bag, comes home. The throw is safe. Martin Stevens getting the foot in and beating the tag from McEachin. And Graham has driven in his 5th run in his last 3 ball games, this time hitting to the backside. So 3 unassisted, and the throw to home plate was late. And the Dogs lead 2-0. The rematch between these two teams is Thursday, and there's a ball crushed into the gap in left center field. That's the way he hit one yesterday. That scores 1, and Brock Harrison will put on the brakes and stop at first. Runners on the corners. Brock Harrison drives in a run, his 9th of the season. He's hit 4 doubles, and that could have been a double if they had not cut it off. But that's the same kind of ball he hit yesterday in the B-team game. So the Bulldogs lead 3-0. Second pitch, another breaking ball, popped up high to the air. No Anderson. The second baseman calls for it. He's on the outside cut, making the catch. That's something Lane did in the first inning, induced some little pop-ups. They made it into the outfield, but very shallow, to right to Dalton McBride and to left to Brandon Helton. Lane comes set. First pitch, he's bunting it. Good spot, third baseman Dalton Lane has it, guns it to first, got him. Beat Swainsboro 10-0. Beat Metter 5-0. Ball is hit up into the air to Dalton. McBride at right field makes a catch, and that's a 4 up and 3 down for the Toombs County Bulldogs. The only base runner on a hit batsman. And Lane is inducing pop-ups or fly balls. Bulldogs are leading 3-0 going to the bottom half of the second inning as we take a break on Dog Baseball on Y101. Lane has pitched some gems this season. Pitched a 7-inning game against Tatlin, which he allowed only 5 hits and earned run with 8 strikeouts and 1 walk. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Davenport, of course, jumped on the first pitch first time up and sent it into shallow left field where it was caught by Brandon Helton. And he swings again and hits it up into the air to George Lukey, racing back toward the fence. He's under it and makes a one-handed catch, backing up. 2 down. Most he's ever pitched. He's pitched well this season. There's a pop-up in fair territory. Lane, the pitcher, coming near home plate, catches it for an easy 3 up and 3 down against the 1-2-3 hitters in the top of the third inning. It all on their second look. So good pitching by the senior. Bulldogs still leading 3-0 going to the bottom half of the third on Y101. Lane now with 18 base hits. Hitting over 400. His highest batting average in his senior season, 410. After the Bacon Road game in which he went 2 for 2. Chops it right side, bouncing into right field and for a base hit, but he better hurry, and he does beat the throw, and now it gets away, but the catcher is backing up because you don't want to make it out on a base hit. On a ball hit into shallow right field, and Sellers charged it. Thought maybe he had a chance to get the out. Lane 2 for 2. Another multi-hit game for him, so now he has 19 hits. And one thing Hogan has always been is a good fastball hitter. So this could be interesting as he steps back in. Senior versus senior. Full count pitch. Hit up high to the air into shallow left field. Can anybody get to this ball? And it's going to drop. Helton and Meadows chasing. Nobody could get to it. Or was that? No, it was Dalton Lynn, the third baseman, chasing it. It drops in for a base hit. Second hit off Lane Adams brings up Cody Ogilvie. The 1-2-3 guys went 1-2-3 in the third. 1-1 curveball. Hit up high into the air into shallow right field. Back goes Noah Anderson, the second baseman, to squeeze it. Probably about 10 feet into the outfield grass, 1 down. And the 1-1 curveball. Hit up high into the air. In comes Brandon Helton. Out goes D.R. Meadows. Who wants it? It's D.R. He's got it. Shortstop making the catch. Boy, Lane is inducing a lot of pop-ups and fly balls. We had a couple of Bulldogs that went up to East Georgia when they first started that program. Ball's hit left side. That is a fair ball bouncing into the corner. Leggett racing to third, and he's going to round there and put on the brakes quickly as the Bulldogs throw it in to Dalton Lynn very close to the bag. That'll be a double with 2 down. The second 2-out double by the Yellow Jackets today to put runners on second and third with the 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming to the plate. First pitch is hit up high to the air. Dalton Lynn, the third baseman, into the grass. Gives way to D.R. Meadows. Near the line, he makes a catch. Easier vantage point for D.R. on that play. So he catches 2 balls in the inning. And Lane, on that first pitch out, strands runners on second and third. Second time of the game, he's left 2 on base. He did it back in the first, leaving runners on first and second. Dogs still leading 3-0 going to the bottom of the fourth on Y101. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Sanders. Tickets were really cheap. $3 or whatever. Pokes this one up into the air into right field. Easy catch for Dalton McBride. He barely moved. 1 down, top of the order. And a third look at Lane Adams for Hunter Foster. He's a loser. Losing pitcher. 3-2 pitch. Popped up in the air right side. Noah Anderson circling a little. Now coming in on the grass. Makes a catch. Boy, this is an epidemic for Jeff Davis. All these pop-ups and fly balls. 2-2 from Lane. Bouncing ball over to the second baseman, Noah Anderson. One play, throws to first for the third out of the top of the 5th inning. And the Bulldogs will strand a runner on base. Keep that shutout going. 3-0 Dogs. We take a break on Y101. He gave up 4 singles to open up the game. Here's a pitch. Hit left side, and this ball's in for a base hit. Runner coming around third, and they will hold him, and the bases are juiced. There's a play at third base, and they got him. Oh, no. Lane Adams had rounded the bag too deep and could not get back and was tagged out by the third baseman, Seth Graham, as he caught the ball from the cutoff man, and out comes Brian Fitzgerald to discuss that play with the field umpire. Dogs had a chance to add on. They were going to have the bases loaded with 2 down and Brandon Helton at the dish, but instead that's it for the Dogs in the bottom half of the 5th inning. They're still leading 6-0 as we take a break on Y101. 7-hitter McEachin. Ball's popped up in the air. D.R. Meadows, the shortstop, will catch this ball. Should be an infield fly rule anyway. 1 down. So that's 12 balls hit up into the air caught by dogs. First pitch, hit into the air to George Lukey, moving back toward the fence, still running and not able to get this one. It's going to bounce around, and the Yellow Jackets will score a run, and stopping at second base with the double is Garrett Balcom. So the Yellow Jackets have hit 3 doubles today, and they finally hit the scoreboard and make it a 3-1 game. They'd allowed 22 unearned runs and 11 earned runs, but they played a much better game today defensively. First pitch is low to McEachin, hit by a pitch and a double on his scorecard, and he swings and hits this ball into the air left side, and it is going to be in for a base hit and score a run. That makes it a 1-run game. And see if Lane can induce the third out and strand the runner at first to keep the Dogs on top. He's bunting. Lane has the ball, scoops it up, throws to Martin Stevens. There's your third out. So Jeff Davis with a rally, scoring 2 on the RBI double by Balcom and the RBI single by McEachin. And now they cut the Bulldog lead down to 1 at 3-2 as we take a break on Bulldog Baseball on Y101. DR winding with his 2-1 offering. It's hit right back up the middle for a base hit. So base runner in the 7th inning. And now the question is, with the number 2 guy coming to the dish, will they do a little small ball? So we got a little drama here, top of the 7th. Always been tough for the Dogs to beat this team. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. You got him. Strikeout number 26 for D.R. Meadows. Boy, it'd be nice to get it out, like out number 2 that way. 1-1 pitch. Popped up in the air, right side. Martin Stevens in foul territory is underneath it, and Martin snags it. 2 down. The first baseman making a big catch right there. Single error, strikeout, pop up to the first baseman. Runners on first and second, 2 down. And the 1-0 pitch from DR. Hit on the ground, left side and through. Brandon Helton will scoop up the ball. Runner coming around third. Here's a Helton throw to the dish, offline. The run scores. The game is tied. And now runners on second and third. As Cody Ogilvie stroked it through the left side of the diamond to tie the game in the top of the 7th inning. Because you give good teams an extra chance, an extra out, whatever. 1-1 pitch. Slapped on the ground. Lane Adams scoops it up, throws off balance to first base, and the Dogs got him to keep the score tied at 3. Good play by Lane charging that ball because it was a slow roller, and he had to throw off balance and accurately to Martin Stevens at first base for the third out. But Jeff Davis scores a run to tie it up. It'll be unearned, but nevertheless, it's a 3-3 game going to the bottom of the 7th on Y101. On the first pitch, Josh McEachin uses an inside-outside swing to stroke his 3rd hit of the game from the 7th position in the batting order. In fact, he's had a base hit his last 3 at-bats, a double, an RBI single, and a single into right field off D.R. Meadows. 1 ball, no strikes. I'll ask Alan Smith. He's the PCM. There's a bunt. Third base side. Grab by Lane. He's going to second. And the Bulldogs get the out on a nice stretch there. Oh, hold on. They originally signaled out, but I guess the ball came out of the glove of Lane Adams, who was acting like a first baseman there at the second base bag. Well, hold on. They did call him out. Try to shorten that lead. 1-1 pitch. Popped up in the air. DR taking control. Crosses the foul line. He's over on the first base side, and he makes a catch. He had to move around the base runner. Not interfere with him. Not collide with him, and he catches the ball. 2 down. Righty versus righty, and DR is ready to go with the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball caught, strike 3. It was really good. So that's it for Jeff Davis in the top of the 8th inning. The Yellow Jackets leave a runner on base on a leadoff single. And the Bulldogs and the Yellow Jackets are tied at 3 going to the bottom of the 8th on Y101. Wind up and the pitch. Lined into center field, and it is in for a base hit. Hunter Foster came in, tried to make a good catch, but Lukey reaches. So now he's got a 6-game hitting streak, and he's on base to lead off the bottom of the 8th. And here's the Bulldogs' best bunter. Graham is squaring to bunt. Here's the pitch, and he bunts it first base side. Oh, it's a good one. He's running down the first base line, and he is safe. The pitcher not able to get to it. The first baseman was just hanging around the bag hoping that the lefty could get there, and he didn't, and Graham reaches on a bunt hit, his second hit of the game. Bounces it right up the middle near the second base bag. They're not going to get it out. Runner coming around third. Here comes Lukey to the dish. Here's a throw, and he is out. Runners on second and third. Is Lukey okay? There was a collision. He may have hit the umpire more than anybody. Boy, that was a beautiful throw. And the catch made by McEachin, and he applied the tag, and Lukey is down, and it's his left knee. Dalton Lynn playing third, Lane Adams at short. Here's a pitch, hit into left field. Brandon Helton going back toward the fence. He jumps up in the air, and he didn't bring it in. That's going to be an extra base hit for Davenport to lead off that 9th double as he stops at second. Here's a pitch from DR. Grounder back to DR. He'll look the runner back and throw to first base. 1 down. They played some 9-inning games in the past. They haven't turned out too well. 2-2, swing and a missed strike 3. He's running down the first base line, but Cole Graham did not drop the ball. 2 down. And Meadows getting ready with an 0-2 pitch with 2 down and a runner at second. Swing, and the ball gets away. He missed it, and Cole Graham will throw to first base. Offline, the ball gets away. Runner coming in from third will score on the error. That should have been the 3rd out, and a strikeout turns into a run for the Yellow Jackets as they take a 4-3 lead. And it's like the story just keeps repeating itself. Ball's looped into right field, drops in for a base hit. Dalton McBride has a good arm. Here's his throw, cut off, throw to the dish, and gets away and a run scores. Runner down to second. And the Yellow Jackets lead by 2, but the Dogs getting out at second on a throw to Lane Adams, who applies the tag. But now the Dogs are down 5-3. At one point in time, they led 3-0. Now they're down by 2 with the top of the order coming up. And now the Dogs have to rally to tie in the bottom of the 9th as we take a break on Y101. All right, the Bulldogs need base runners with DR Meadows facing the lefty, and he jumps on the first pitch and hits it high and deep to left center field. And this ball is carrying to the fence and bouncing up against the fence for a double as DR is there and now taking the turn as the throw comes in toward the third base bag. He seemed very determined, and he jumped on that pitch and hit it sky high and deep to left field and almost got it out of here where you got to hit it about 350-something. DR strokes his 3rd double of the season. Second hit of the ball game. 2-1 to George. Chops it right side over to the first baseman Ogilvy. It's a foot race, and Lukey runs to the bag, and he is out by a step, and Jeff Davis has come back and won this ball game 5-3 over the Toombs County Bulldogs. Despite trailing 3-0 and 3-2, tied it at 3 in the 7th, and they win it in the 9th inning, 5-3. And we'll come back and wrap up a long Bulldog loss on Y101.